And then last but least, number 10. Number 1. Right. So with Comic Con, one of the really fun things you can do is dress up. So you can dress up as, if it's like an anime con, you can dress up as an anime character, whoever you like, whether it be Naruto, Bleach, or hey, even Superman. If you want to go classic old school Comic Con, you can go as Flash or Superman, a Green Lantern, anyone you really want. And it's kind of a nice, friendly environment to dress up in. And sometimes a lot of the conventions have events. So if you dress up as a specific character, sometimes they have prizes for best costume. A lot of the costumes that some people dress up as, sorry, um, are really detailed. They get some which you have like Iron Man suits that actually move and light up, or you have people who dress as creatures with like dragon wings that are like actual dragon wings that move, or cat ears that move. So it's really cool to see what people do with the creativity when it comes to that sort of thing. Sometimes you do get prizes which are either physical prizes like trophies, or some of the larger conventions offer money, which is also really cool. But again, it's like wearing a Green Lantern t-shirt against someone who's got full spandex. Yeah, no, you're not gonna win. But it's always worth a try. Uh, yeah, it's quite fun dressing up. So that was number 1. Number 2 are something which is always quite fun uh, at conventions, particularly like the anime ones, but usually the other ones you do get this as well. You get stands, which if you haven't been to a con before, they're like little mini shops within the convention where you can actually go and buy things which you may not be able to buy normally. So you could buy a bar of soap, but in the shape of a Game Boy SD card, or you could buy, I don't know, Batman's head made of cheese, or something crazy like that. Um, it's quite nice because a lot of the stuff there, some of it is quite expensive, but then some of it isn't. Depends what you kind of want to go for and if it's handmade. And it also is quite nice because the people who are making it are fans of Comic Con as well, and like fans of similar sort of thing that you're into. And you can kind of get a bit more of a connection with that than you would in a shop typically. And it's also nice to help small creators um, do what they want to do. This is obviously what they want to do, so um, yeah, it's quite cool. And also you can get nice little bargains sometimes. Like you can get stuff which you'd normally only be able to get in Japan, like sweets and drinks and stuff like that. And yeah, it's quite nice, cool little games as well you can get there. Um, it can be quite busy and hectic, so another good thing I'd recommend is save your money up in advance. I'm gonna get to that later, but yeah, save your money because it's definitely one of those ones where every penny will count. um, okay, so number 3, the guests. So when you go to a convention, usually the larger ones rather than the smaller ones, but smaller ones I will get into as well. You get either celebrities, voice actors, comic book writers like George Perez or Troy Baker, the voice of Batman, who's awesome. Uh, Sometimes you get them come to conventions where you can get autographs or you can listen to them talk about their career and how they got to where they were. And sometimes they do like photo ops with people, and yeah, it's usually quite a cool time just meeting the people that you look up to and just kind of seeing what they look like in actual real life rather than just on a TV screen or through a comic. Um, and yeah, it's quite a cool experience that you don't normally get to do because a lot of them are quite down to earth and quite fun to meet. Uh, and yeah, some of the smaller conventions, instead of having a lot of these rather big names, because obviously these big names have a price tag, so a lot of the smaller conventions can't usually afford them, which is understandable. But what they do is they have smaller independent creators come with their work, and you can kind of look at it and kind of get an idea of what they do. Uh, us at Random as Anime, we also have a side channel called Homeward Heroes, where we make and produce comics. We've kind of been on both sides of the spectrum with this, because we've also done like sign-ins and tables and stuff. So it's quite an interesting experience just to go there and see people and actually. Number four. All right, now number four is the different events that they have at the cons. Now, what's quite cool about Comic Con is that it's not just shops and celebrities. You have events on at them. So, in my experience, it can be anything from giant mechanical dinosaurs and Daleks just wandering around the convention to physical activities like Ludo sports with lightsabers or axe throwing. That's actually been one at a con, which is quite cool. So it's quite cool that they have these different events on where you can go experience something really cool and different and kind of get a taste of it. A lot of the events that they have on sometimes tie into different clubs and things, activities, groups that people have on throughout the year, and they try to get you to sign up to it. But it's kind of nice having a free taste today where you can just go in, try something, and then go on to try something else. Um, and again, sometimes they have prizes for if you get involved. Uh, yeah, it's quite cool because there's a lot. Now, number five is now part seven, and then part number nine is part, and then last but least number 10